Hi. This is me sheepishly peeking out from where I've been hiding. It's been quite a long time since the last time I posted on my channel, so this is me coming out of hiding to give a little update on what's been going on with us this year. And since this is a stamp channel, I had an idea where I'm going to try to use stamps to kind of tell my story about 2025 so far. This video is a little bit different than any of the other ones I've made before, so I'm not going to be talking in depth really about any of the stamps or explaining them or giving history on them. And you'll kind of notice a lot of the stamps aren't necessarily related to what I'm talking about. So I'll just be narrating for you guys everything that I've been up to, and then just using stamps as kind of like a fun way to show that or picture it for you guys. Not necessarily in chronological order. Several times this year, as usual, from what I've heard with families with small children, we've been sick on and off. When we get sick, it's a family affair. So first my kid will get sick, and then my husband, and then me, and then it's always a scramble trying to take care of everyone and then run the house at the same time, blah, blah, blah. So I don't remember exactly when, but multiple times since my last video, our family's been sick, but then we always get better. So then kind of at the beginning of this year, our babysitter quit. So they quit to kind of pursue a different line of work or different job opportunity. Okay, so now we need to find somebody to watch our son while we're at work. So I asked my mom, Grandma Lola, like, hey, can you watch my kid? And fortunately, she said yes. So she said, yeah, I'd be happy to watch him, but as long as you bring him to my house. So that's the deal. If we drop him off at their house, then she'll watch him for the days where we're at work. And I was so excited as well that now my son gets to kind of bond with his grandparents and they can get to know each other and spend a lot of quality time together. The only downside to this is my parents don't necessarily live close, so it's about a 45-minute drive to their house from my place. And unfortunately for me, it is in the complete opposite direction of where I work. My commute to work is also not really what I would call short. It's about 35 minutes in the total opposite direction of my parents' house. Now I'm doing a lot of driving. So I'm driving him, dropping him off, and then go to my work. It's basically just a lot of driving around. And then on top of that, my work was starting to stress me out. So my work, I've been at this place for 10 years actually. It has been really expanding. So just slowly over time, we've been adding more and more. And especially over this last year, it has been kind of like a really sharp incline of just different services and stuff that we've been offering, which is really great for the business. I'm very happy for them. But for me, it was just starting to be a lot more to handle at work and deal with, especially on top of all the personal stuff and driving. So I quit. I walked away, not dressed as Santa Claus. But yeah, I quit my job, but I'm not completely free. I got a new one, but this one is along the way to my parents. So that's been a lot better with the commuting and the driving being a lot shorter. Before that, I was spending literally hours, obviously, dropping him off and then going to work. My new position as well is a lot less complicated, and mentally I've been really happy with the change. But of course, anytime you start a new job or new position, it's a big change. I'd been at my previous place for 10 years, so this was a big jump for me. And like all new positions, there's that phase where you're kind of getting used to it, getting the lay of things, learning the new commute, new hours, new office. So yeah, that's one of the things that I've been doing. And so that pretty much covers the family, work life, home life stuff. On top of all that, we've also been really enjoying ourselves. So this year in March, I took a trip to Winnipeg again to visit one of my best friends there. And then in the spring, we also booked this family trip together, this staycation in a unique stay. It's like a dome glamping kind of thing, but on a farm. So my son really enjoyed seeing all the different animals. They had some super cute Highland cows that he loved seeing and different farm animals. And then also in July, we took a family trip to Mexico. We went to Guadalajara and then really enjoyed seeing the sights there. And yes, I also took some footage there that I'm hoping to make into a video, but same old story, not something that I've been able to work on and finish yet. Outside of travel, we've also been busy locally. In April, we visited the Bell Homestead for a special Doors Open event. And actually, I did take a bunch of footage there that I planned to make a video, but then never got around to finishing it, as usual. And then in June, my sister-in-law got married, which was a big event for our family. And actually, my son was the ring bearer. Our nickname for him is Bear, so we called him the Ring Bear. And he did an amazing job. He was successful in carrying the box up front to the groom, and it was just the cutest thing, and he did a really great job. We also spent a day together at the beach. We've been going to kind of like local playgrounds, parks, and arboretums. I also got a gym membership for the first time. So a lot of times when I have free time, instead of working on stamps, I'll just opt to go to the gym, just trying to stay kind of like active and healthy. Another thing I did was in the spring, one of my other hobbies is crocheting, and I participated in this specifically Pokemon show. So I had a vendor booth there where I was like selling a lot of the Pokemon that I've crocheted, which was super, super fun and exciting. And another time I took my son to a sunflower field, and he was actually doing some extreme philately, which was really cool. So I was holding up the stamps, taking pictures, and he said, "Mama, can I hold this stamp?"
Can I hold a stamp, please?
And he wanted to try seeing if he could find a sunflower that matched the picture best, which I'm hoping he keeps an interest in that as the years go on. It's just been a really busy year for us, and that's why I haven't been able to focus as much on the stamp episodes. But I do want to share something with you. So I have found my new favorite stamp. While I was online looking for some stamps to kind of share this story, I found this stamp and I was so excited. One of the questions you might get as a collector is, what is your favorite stamp? In the past, I've always said this Pikachu stamp. It's one of the first stamps that I got when I started collecting, just because I love Pokemon, I love Pikachu. But I always felt like that answer was kind of hollow. When I had this idea in my mind of a favorite stamp, I wanted something where the message of what the stamp was showing was personally meaningful to me in some way, or like relevant to my actual life. And I wanted it to be like a nice looking stamp, attractive, and then also not just something that speaks to me personally, but a theme or topic that a lot of other people too can identify with and enjoy. And I'm so happy. For the first time, I was able to find the perfect stamp, and I love it so much. So here is the big reveal, my new favorite stamp. I think it's pretty clear why I chose this one. When I saw this stamp and I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is me, like to a T. This is my whole life. The only thing I would change is there's no second kid here. We're busy enough already, but everything else was just so perfect. Look at this lady. She's got her computer. She's got some kind of like Excel pie chart on there. I have kind of a joke with my husband that I have to make an Excel spreadsheet for everything. So anytime we go on vacation, I'm making a pie chart, monitoring the categories of everything that we spent. And then in her other arm, she's holding her kid. He's trying to get her attention. She's got her books. There's like an airplane there. And you guys know I love to travel. She's got her flowers in the back there, making breakfast. I just could not believe how perfectly I see myself in this stamp. This stamp was issued by Mexico for Dia de las Madres, also known as Mother's Day, which is perfect. So for all the moms out there who this is you, shout out to you guys. In a nutshell, this kind of explains where I've been, why I've been missing. It's just busy times right now. I do intend to, I want to make these videos, but you've heard me say that time and time again, and then it just never shows up. I do work on these things. It's just that it's taking so much longer than I thought, or it's been a lot harder than I thought. If I get free time, it's usually in these like tiny intervals or chunks. I'm still figuring it out. But yes, that's it for today's episode. A little life update for you. I hope you enjoyed it. And actually, it was a fun process looking for and picking out stamps to kind of show my life in 2025. Thank you guys always for your patience. I know a lot of you guys understand or know exactly what it's like to have life take over your hobbies. But know that I'm doing really good. So even though you haven't heard from me, things are actually going great. Hopefully you'll hear from me soon. That's it for today. Bye for now. Stay safe and stay curious.